Well, good morning. I've decided we better do a little Fleabay edition here this morning. I've been away from the whole internet scene here for YouTube stuff for a couple of months now, taking a little bit of a break, and we had several projects needed to be done around the house and in the shop, and lots of stuff going on there. But nonetheless, that's kind of my excuse, and I took over Labor Day to go down south and visit my son in New Mexico. So I've haven't been around to play. So now hopefully we're back a little bit refreshed and ready to start in again with a little bit different outlook maybe. So figured we'd start off with a Fleabay edition. Don't know how long I'm going to spend here. I haven't even looked at Fleabay here for the last month really, other than maybe once. So we're just going to go through our normal stuff and see what we see. And if we start off with Atlas Shaper stuff, and I see the stupidity's already started. We've got a Atlas 7B Shaper ram clamp and pointer with screws and scale. S7-27 and S7-88Q165. They want $80 and $16.10 shipping. So it appears that what we're getting, all we're getting is the two scales, the pointer that goes on the top of the ram and the scale to show measurement, and then the four screws that hold it on. These are a thin aluminum, and they are etched aluminum type of thing. And this is from one of our good sellers. It's going to take me a little bit to get back in the swing of things here because I haven't, like I say, I haven't paid any attention. One of our normal sellers that's overpriced, and this is ridiculous. You know, these these scales, maybe $20, maybe on a good day, and $5 shipping. Oh yeah, and he's changed his setup a little bit now. He's got a big machine tool sales logo and stuff. So anyway, that's a real big pass there. So let's go on down. There's a ram here for $50. Why would you want a ram casting? Same seller. $50 and $86.85 shipping. Yeah, we won't spend too much time looking at that stupidity. Ram plates, Gibbs and Gibbs screws. It looks like $60. I will bet it's the same seller here. Very quickly. Yep, same seller. No. $60 and $16.10 shipping. You know, all these round plates is just a flat. They could be a flat cold roll steel. They've got holes drilled in them to mount them to the top of the main casting. They've got the gib that goes on the one side, and then the shims to set them up. You know, if you really need a set of these, that's probably not. Well, it is. It's too much. And then there's two Gitz oilers. One Gitz oiler on each side, so they're drilled and those are pressed in. But you know, make your own decisions. But that's pretty stupid. He's parting out a machine. So here we have a 7B Shaper, $2,000. What do we got? This is a brand new seller, it looks like, and free pickup, $2,000. Let's see what the description says. 7B Shaper still is in great shape. We'll set it up and let you test it and all the tools with it. Local pickup only. And see, this is one of those deals where, you know, ultimately these need to be sold on Facebook Marketplace, on Craigslist, something like that, at your yard sale. You know, you're not able to. Let's just look at the big pictures and see what they say. And he's got it up on its side. Initial appearance is just right here. I don't see a tool holder in the machine. I see the tool post. That's not an original vise. Side cover is there. Doesn't look like it's got the smaller guard on that side. That's the first picture. So I don't see, there's nothing earth-shattering there. Second picture still on its side. Now that may or may not be an original lamp. I kind of doubt it, but at least it's kind of from that vintage. The bulb's obviously not. I see a crank handle set on the top. Here, I'm looking at it on my side. since it's tipped up on its side. That doesn't really show us anything. 7B serial number is a 005398. So it's not a real early machine. There again, needs to rotate. Yeah, it's missing both guards, so you're down 400 bucks there. Vise is not an original vise. It's functional, obviously. I don't see, it doesn't show what tooling's with it, or if there's a tool holder. He says you can set it up and let it run and see all the tools when you pick it up, but you don't really know what's with it. So new seller hasn't figured out all the ins and outs of this stuff. Let's look at these smaller pictures, at least this last one, and see. That looks to be the later model gearbox on there. I guess I should sit up here so I'm actually in the picture. Later model gearbox. It doesn't look in bad shape. That will not be an original. Well, yeah, that probably will be an original switch on there. Now this is that. You can see the plate on the behind the switch box there that some of these guys were saying so rare, and they're, I've got them on my website too. But not a bad looking machine. Is it worth $2,000? Not to me. All of these, no guards, not original vise. Doesn't look to be all chewed up. I mean, it's probably not a bad machine at all, but it's a $1,000 machine. So half. New seller, you need to learn half. Right below it's another one. They want $2,000 for it. This is a seller that's been around for a little while. What's the description say? Free local pickup. 7B, very clean machine, very little use. Spent its life indoors, no rust. If you choose to do local pickup, I will throw in some extra stuff I got with the machine, miscellaneous wrenches and other tooling. So when he got the machine, how does he know it's been kept inside all his life? Now it does have a, let's go to the big pictures and look. It does have an Atlas stand. Now I'm not sure what this rubber is underneath, if that's put underneath the foot to help dampen it, which kind of defeats the purpose, because the foot was designed in there on the 7Bs rather than just on the 7s so that it had the extra support. So I don't understand why you would add a compressible item to do that. The clutch handle up here has been changed. That's somebody's iteration. This handle, of course, was not original to it. There's no large guard there. Not an original vise. We'll go back and look at these pictures a little bit closer. A couple of things I want to look at. A dirty machine. Labeling's gone off, or the badging's gone off of there. I don't remember it ever having a badge here. That was the end of that bearing, and I have never seen one with a badge there. Missing the smaller guard. That's not the original pulley there. Can't tell from this picture what the serial number is. We'll blow it up. Yeah, that badging is not original to that. That's either just been glued on there or stuck on there because there's no driver that's in there. That's the pivot shaft for the gearing inside the machine. So yeah, that handle's different. Like I say, no large guard. I don't see. We don't have a actual tool holder. We're just holding the tool a bit there. I don't see an actual wrench for the, see, we don't have an original wrench that goes with this setup. That's just a square shanked, like a Williams tooling wrench. What else do we see? That switch looks kind of odd the way it's set, but I don't really have anything to say about that. And I don't see, evidently the lock handle goes out the side. Now these are noted for braking, so we don't get a real good picture of that. It must be, it kind of looks like it's pointed in that direction, although I'm not sure what's going on there. Very little use. It's had the crap run out of it. What are you talking about? Okay, very quickly, just let me scan along here and see what else we see. Oh, and the way that vise, which doesn't matter how that vise, that looks like a Palmgren vise or somebody's import. It's just been bolted to the side and then bolted down to the table. The rubber underneath, and we don't get a good picture. It looks like we see a little bit of the top of the foot shaft that goes up through. When we look at the slot there in the side of the table, I don't know what's going on there. You can see a little bit of something back in behind there. That would have just been an open slot. Now that looks to be an earlier gearbox for the power crossfeed. Something's goofy with that handle on top to release the ram. I don't see the knob sticking out there, but it looks like there's something attached there. We'll look a little bit closer later on. As I said, no tool post. There's no gib wipers on the ram. That's missing. There's the one on the cross slide. Although it is an original, that's going to be an Atlas stand. So even though those sell for, or they try and sell them for $400, this probably adds, a couple hundred to the value of the machine. Dirty as can be. Grungy. No belt guard. Those, that top one, as I said before, is not an original pulley. So there's some issues with this machine. What do we got for serial number? 1659. So this is a earlier machine, definitely earlier than the last one we saw. You can see how it's kind of scraped up where they've cleaned the grunge off of it, is what that amounts to. There you can see what it is. That's stuck on there. There's no reason for that to be on there at all. Yeah, see, it looks like the original handle is there to lock that on, although they've added something on top of it to protect their tender little hands. Missing either the spring or the cap on the spring. I can't really tell for that Gitz oiler. That's a different switch plate. That's not a factory switch plate on there. No tool holder. Gib screws have kind of been monkeyed around there. The plating's gone off that balanced hand wheel there. And you can see this is somebody that's kind of trying to deal in this stuff, because that's a lathe bed off of a something or other on the right behind there that's standing on its end, it looks like. Can't really tell. But yeah, this is somebody that's kind of a junk dealer selling there, trying to sell stuff. Yeah, and right next to it that looks like some sort of a surface grinder or something. Okay. Yeah, this is there again, $1,000 machine. Yeah, it's just something they've got stuck on over there. Now, my machine actually has another Gitz oiler sticking right in the top of that shaft to oil the screw there. So, did that not have it, or has it been all chewed up? So, no wrench, not the original handle there. Not the original switch cover, I would assume not the original switch. So anyway, there's another $1,000 machine. So, well, we haven't made it very far. Atlas 7B shaper, tool post clapper and swivel assembly. $400 and 1610 shipping? No. Oh yeah, this is our same seller. He's parting out a machine, another machine. This has been beat up pretty bad anyway. $400 and 1610 shipping? No. That's a $100 part. $100 part. This guy's ridiculous. I'm not even going to look at that any closer. There's no sense in wasting time. Now here's a 7B shaper for $1,500. So, sold a little bit of stuff, nothing spectacular, free local pickup. No shipping, nice little shaper, too small for me. Okay. 1,500 bucks before I even look at it, we're closer to the realm of what they're actually worth. So, big pictures. It's got a guard, at least a smaller guard. Yeah, see, the last one had that badge, that Atlas badge stuck on there. That doesn't belong. We'll have to go back and look at the smaller pictures again too. Looks to be an original vise. Got a tool holder. Yeah, what's the serial number? 9850. I'll have to go back and look at that closer just to be sure. Let's see from the front, what are we seeing? Nothing really. It is, yep, that's the correct vise for it. Got the correct knob on the clutch handle. There's the knob that we should normally see on those. This has got the larger guard too, it looks like. Got a crank handle to go with it. Oil tray is complete, it looks like. Both guards. Now the seller's done a pretty good job of showing pictures, showing orientation, and different views of the machine. This is a later model gearbox cover. This is the aluminum one. There would be the correct switch with the silkscreen on it. Correct tool holder. Those are a set of aftermarket jaws of some sort. Those have been changed out, which detracts from it not at all. This has the wipers, at least on this side. It's got both of them. Larger guard. Somebody's welded up stand, which is fine. Let's go back and look at these a little bit closer just because we can here. I got the wiper on top there. I got the wiper on the bottom there. .9850 serial number on it. This is a used machine, like all of them are. This is not a bad machine. You know, this is at least twice the machine with several accessories. It's twice the machine over the ones we've looked at so far today for 25% less money. You know, if you're looking for a machine, out of the 3 or 4 that we've looked at so far, this is hands down the one to have. This is a way better machine than any of those other ones we've looked at already. Yeah, it's been used and abused like they all have, but all in all, with the original vise, the tool holder, all the goodies, I don't see any busted handles. You know, we're going to assume the power feed works. Doesn't look like it's had a fall over. All the guards are there. I don't see any repairs, which doesn't mean anything. I mean, there could be, but yeah, seeing right in the top of that handle to lock it down, it does have the gets oiler, like mine does. We talked about that just a minute ago. You know, if you're in the area and looking for a machine, this is a machine worth taking a look at. Now, you never know what the internals are going to be. You know, you don't know if that motor's going to smoke the first time you use it or what, but looks like it's got the original pulleys underneath on the counter shaft there on both sides. I'd like to see a picture inside this larger guard But yeah, this is a decent machine. Yeah, it's even an Atlas tool post, shaper tool holder. A lot of times on these upper wiper covers here, if the ram's been adjusted too far back, why you'll get contact with those wipers, so you want to be careful of that if you've got the compound swiveled to the side a little bit, which I don't see on this one. This one looks good. Yeah, looks to have the original knobs. Got the later cross slide. Now you can't really see on the right hand side on the top, which is where these all crack out. And if it's cracked out, then your power cross feed is screwed up. But this is a machine that might be worth having. You know, if you're looking for a machine, this is probably the one. Get it fast, boys. $1,500 best offer. I don't like to see them quite that high, but compared to what everything else is going for, that's not a bad machine. Spindle shaper, clapper assembly and tool post, $150, and it's not the cleaned and oiled, signs of normal wear and tear. For the parts that are offered here, this is $50, maybe 75. No more than that. No more than that. $75. And see, they say clean and oil, but you look at the little bit of a gap you're seeing here. This isn't preloaded properly. That's going to have to be, which is just a minor adjustment. But that's the problem when these guys say they refurbished them or cleaned them and oiled them and done all this stuff. You got grunge up in here. That's not cleaned and oiled well. So, half. Half, half, half. Half, half, half. Spiral miter gear, $30. I'm not even gonna look at that. And actually, the stuff that I'm seeing now on down here is stuff that I think was the same stuff that was on here a month or 2 months ago when I looked at it. You know, same shit. So anyway, there is shapers. Let's go on to milling machines.